Good morning. Happy episode number 2. Let me clear my throat a little bit. So before we get started, guys, thank you very much. If you've already subscribed to the channel, you are my hero. I appreciate your support. If you haven't, if you're just getting introduced to me, the reason why I'm doing these videos, the reason why I've activated my own YouTube channel, please like, comment, subscribe, scroll on down. There will be links to my Instagram, which is my general day-to-day communication on this lead up to this world record that I'm doing. 24 hours on a treadmill, non-stop. Now, it's not something I've ever done before, and that might be stating the obvious, but I mean that in the context of ultra running. I'm a marathon runner. I still enjoy the fact that I want to run as quick as possible over a half marathon distance of 21 kilometers or 30 miles, depending where you're from, or that 42.2 kilometers, 26-mile marathon. I enjoy the learning, the education, the process of getting quicker. But I'm partial to the odd challenge. I've done a few world records before with 24 hours of burpees and a number of different things. And one thing I was going to introduce you to today is an insight to what shoe I'm going to wear on my world record on the treadmill. But also, I've just found out it's a celebration today. It's an anniversary for 2 reasons. Anniversary number 1, we all went into lockdown last year in Dubai. And that's where I'm based. And yeah, we had to have a permit to leave the house when the peak of the COVID pandemic hit. We all got tied into our house. I was working upstairs, my wife was working downstairs. We had 2 young daughters and they were schooling, so we had to balance that. But I love running. If you know me already, you know that's pretty obvious if it's an introduction. I've run a number of marathons, a number of similar races, but I love the process of running. I love the passion that it gives me. I love the person that I am from running. And when we got into lockdown, we couldn't leave the house. We had to literally have a permit to leave the house for 30 minutes only every 3 days when we were in the UAE. And again, hats off to all the authorities in the UAE for just the measurements and what they went through to ensure that this city and this country was safe. It was phenomenal, something I've never seen before. And it makes me very proud to say that I live here. But yeah, I wanted to stay fit. I wanted to use that mindset of do what you can with what you have. And I know there's a lot of people that have a lot less than me. There's a lot of people that have more than me, and their motivations may be more or less than what I have every day. My motivation was I need to run, I need to find an outlet. And at that time I didn't have a treadmill upstairs. And we'll get into that conversation afterwards, but I ran up and down my garden and I decided to run a marathon in my back garden. My garden is about 30 meters end to end. So it took me 5.5 hours, not my quickest marathon by any stretch, but one of the toughest marathons. My family came out, my wife ran 5K, she PB'd her 5K, and I think it was even her first 5K. Running up and down the garden, loops. And then like the energy and the inspiration and the messages of support that I got from that inspired so many people just made my heart grow and gave me goosebumps, that winning feeling without crossing a finish line. And then I took upon a week later to run 100 kilometers. And that was a testament to the frontline workers within the UAE, globally. I'm from the UK originally, so for the NHS, it was a salute. It was a stand with you, for you, dedicate this to you. I ran 100 kilometers in my back garden. And that coincided with the 2nd anniversary, which we're going to celebrate today, and I have the shoe here to prove it. So what you'll learn about me is, yes, I have some medals and some certificates and some rewards, but I like to document my achievements by saving the shoes that I wear. So this was Chicago, a 2:55 in Chicago in 2018. This is my first ever sub-3 marathon. This was my London Marathon. My statement, always finish strong. My daughter's signing it, London Marathon 2019. And this was Berlin Marathon in 2019 as well. So always finish strong. You'll notice that's always on all of my shoes. And then we have this one, the Great Run. So we established the ADIDAS Runners Dubai community. And I wanted to bring that love and that passion of running to the capital of the UAE, which is Abu Dhabi. And as captain, I just thought I have to be that person to bring and initiate the first run of that community. So that's what I did. I ran from Dubai to Abu Dhabi along a big old busy road, 100 kilometers, 6 p.m. in the evening. I ran through the evening, kept it very low key, but arrived in Abu Dhabi to be greeted by over 100 people that did our first official Adidas Runners Abu Dhabi run in the capital along the Corniche. It was one of the most memorable, unforgettable events that I've ever done in my life. So those 100-kilometer runs, those ultra runs, I've never really had the time to invest. It's never been something that I've looked at and gone, I want to run 100, 200 kilometers over mountains, through trails. Yes, I'm starting to get inquisitive about it. I'm interested in watching and viewing on YouTube videos. Some of my favorite athletes are a part of that discipline. But this event on the treadmill is going to be different. Now, as you can see, there is a familiarity with all of the shoes that I'm wearing. The ADIDAS, Adios, the ADIDAS Bostons. The Tempos are in here somewhere. I've got a number of shoes elsewhere. I'm in love with the ADIDAS franchise that comes from Adidas. The fastest franchise that they have. It was the world record breaking shoe. The Adios, Haile Gebrselassie, a number of other people, Wilson Kipsang. These are the shoes that people used to wear. So I used to love the history of where it was made, how it was built, the materials, the ideas, the evolvement, the growth of that franchise as we've gone through. So this is what I've been wearing. This is what I continue to wear, the Bostons and different things upstairs. I've got too many shoes, a typical runner with too many shoes. But the shoe that I'm going to be wearing for the world record is a world record breaking shoe, and it's very, very new. Some could say you haven't had enough time to wear it for long enough. But I trust it enough. I've been wearing it consistently. I've had 4 models of this shoe. Those models haven't changed, it's just been different colorways, but I've committed to the fact that I will be wearing, for the Guinness World Record, 24 hours on a treadmill, the ADIDAS Adios Pro. So this was the first one, and I'm a father to girls. Obviously we don't focus on the girls liking pink, but there's a lot of pink in my house. And I've embraced it. It's a statement, it's a collaboration. It just shows that we don't recognize color as a gender specific type of thing. The first pair that dropped in the UAE, I missed the first that dropped across the world, and I put these on. And some of my biggest runs, you can literally see the sole. And you could say, oh no, there's a fault, there's a failure. 800 kilometers I ran in these shoes. Outside, never failed me. I've still kept them because they're a part of it. The feedback, what I achieved, some of my first 50k runs, 60k runs outside, some good races, some good times. And that passion has just grown ever since. And again, here we go. Sophia, Suzanne, my wife, Lily, Sophia, Michael, who's my son who passed away, and my mum who passed away to cancer. Never quit, Team Ryan. So this is the shoe that I've been wearing non-stop on the treadmill, on the Techno Gym. I've even got a new pair of the yellow colorway. So this is going to be it. So this is the carbon rod, the light strike. There's no longer any boost. So there's a bit of a change in dynamic. They're a completely different silhouette, a completely different looking shoe. I wouldn't say it's an evolvement, in my honest opinion. Adidas and some of my friends who are the brand designers in Germany may say it's an evolution of the brand, of the franchise, but for me it's completely different. I love this shoe, and I still love this shoe. And this is what I'm training in at the moment. It's got the carbon rods in, it's got the Light Strike Pro, just the upper, the feel, just the comfort on the treadmill, which was very surprising to me. I was a bit skeptical to get on the treadmill with the Pro with such a high heel to toe drop, and the carbon rods. I didn't know how it was going to feel, but for me it just adds a bit of, it's a lot smoother than wearing this. Obviously, this grip is fantastic when you're outside with undulating surfaces, but the belt that I'm using with the Techno Gym Skill Run, it's like a rolling road, so it's nice just to feel smooth. It keeps me nice and bouncy in my gait. It keeps me relaxed in my gait. It lets my feet relax. I don't tend to cramp up too much. But these are my training shoe. So here it is. The world record breaking shoe, this is going to be the one that I will be wearing for 24 hours on a treadmill. I get a lot of questions about them. Can an everyday runner? Of course, an everyday runner can wear these shoes. They are designed for that marathon runner, but please don't underestimate the ability you have as a skill set, as a strength, as a runner. You can put on a pair of football boots that your favorite football player wears and feel inspired and feel a part of that story, that you can build your own story, chapter, write a book and make it the best book ever read or the best story ever told. This is going to be it. So it's going to be happening 9th of April, 2021, Dubai Mall, in the new flagship ADIDAS Dubai store in Dubai Mall, on the treadmill. This is going to be my shoe. It may shock a few people because it's such a technical shoe on a treadmill, but I've played with it, I've enjoyed it, I've tested it, I've literally tested it until it can't do any more. I had to retire these because the outers were rubbing off because I ran. The general rule of thumb is 400 to 500 kilometers per shoe. This was between 700 to 800 kilometers in this shoe, just because I didn't want to take it off my feet and I couldn't get any more. So that's why I wore them. I got hold of these and I was lucky enough to manage to pick up some of the limited sizes we had here in the UAE. Here we go. It's out. The ADI0 Adios Pro is going to be my world record attempting shoe. Hopefully I can make this shoe another world record breaker along with the half marathon that we have already as a brand, as a team, as a family. Hopefully I can bring another world record to the Adios Pro. There we go, guys. So there's the introduction. Again, share it. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll start sharing some more of these stories and breaking down what these shoes mean to me, the stories behind them. They're still dirty. They've still got parts of the road. That's Berlin. We've still got dirt from Berlin on this shoe. So there's a story. You might not want to smell it though, but there it is, guys. Please like, subscribe, comment, share it, get involved. This will be the only channel where you can witness my world record attempt on the 9th of April. So guys, stay safe, run hard, have fun, and always finish strong. Have a good day, guys.